You're listening to the Hockey Podcast Network. New shows every day. Find us at thehockeypodcastnetwork.com or wherever you get your podcasts from.
Hey everybody, it's playoff time. Big stakes, bigger promotions. Draftkings Sportsbook is putting you courtside with a chance to turn $5 into $200. That's 40-1 odds on any basketball game, and all you have to do is pick any team that is still in the hunt for the trophy. And if that team wins, you will receive $200 in free credits. That's right, pick any team, and that is still in contention. Bet $5, and if that team wins, you cash $200 in free credits. All it takes to claim these 40-1 odds on the basketball team of your choosing is placing a $5 bet on that team and that team to win. Don't forget, Draftkings Sportsbook also offers great odds and promotions on basketball, hockey, or I should say baseball, and so much more. DraftKings is safe, secure, and reliable, so you can deposit and withdraw your funds at your convenience. Download the top-rated DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use promo code THPN when you sign up to turn $5 into $200 in free credits. Bet on the basketball team of your choice to win their next game, and if they do, you can claim $200 in free credits. That's promo code THPN for a limited time only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older, New Jersey, Indiana, or Pennsylvania only, new customers only. Wager paid out in site credits. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problems? Call 1-800-GAMBLER, or in Indiana, call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. Everybody, welcome to Red Wings Rant. I'm going to confess here, I don't even have my episode up yet. What episode number this is. We are on episode 49 of season 2 of Red Wings Rant. Of course, we're tirades and impassioned pleas about your Detroit Red Wings finally have a home. Now, as the regular season is wrapped up, Matt, everything seems to be piling up. I just welcomed brand new baby boy, brand new Red Wing fan to the family. And I got to do right by my family. So we're going to keep these episodes short for a little bit while Matt figures out life. Even with that coming, there seems to be so much more that's decided to pile itself on top. But considering these episodes are going to be super short, and I still made you sit through some DraftKings Sportsbook stuff, I thought we could still touch on a few things here or there. And honestly, this was just the first thing that popped in my head, was discussing Jakub Vrana and what we're going to be doing with this upcoming contract negotiation. Or maybe we even want to say it's not going to go that far, because this might be something, despite seeing Bertuzzi and Mantha heading into arbitration, that we're another year into assessing talent for the Detroit Red Wings. And does Yzerman just see enough now where this is less about trying to, I hate to say it, but it's less about nickel and diming these players, especially with all the cap space. And it's more about rewarding a guy who, went from being in playoff contention and now is in the basement with the Detroit Red Wings. Of course, we're discussing Jakub Vrana, who came over in the Anthony Mantha trade. Another element that actually just occurred was Washington Capitals going down to the Boston Bruins. So Red Wings collect a first-round pick, which is now just a teensy bit attached with a little more value than it was. And Richard Panik and a second-round pick. But Jakub Vrana seems to be the guy that changed the whole conversation. And it went from, this is a great trade just from the amount of things that Yzerman was able to get for Anthony Mantha, to this is an absolute fleecing of the Washington Capitals, because Jakub Vrana outperformed Anthony Mantha in the games that he was asked to perform for the Detroit Red Wings this year. And it's something to me that as we go through and take a look at this stuff, and of course, I can't help but start to put the words or the thoughts together that line up and saying, this could have been considered a win if it was just 1-for-1 at this point. So it's a little too early. Nobody wants to jump in that early and say this is a clear win for Yzerman and the Detroit Red Wings. But if you just judged it on what's happened so far, I mean, clearly the Washington Capitals did not get a Stanley Cup out of this trade. They gave up a lot. You get a guy with arguably over their careers similar production level. He's a year younger than Anthony Mantha, so similar production of Anthony Mantha. And you're also handing over a first-round pick, a second-round pick, and the Red Wings also pick up a guy who could be made eligible in the upcoming expansion draft. Just something for the Red Wings, if they're going to hold on to Panic, maybe they get to, move around the chess pieces a little bit and offer him up. Maybe there's that possibility. Seattle's really interested. But there's also that element that if other teams are going to be looking for somebody that they can protect their own players with, Richard Panic comes into play. So a lot of options with that. I couldn't be more floored with what a great trade this has turned into. But I wanted to take a peek at Evolving Hockey's projection for Jakub Vrana's contract. And I think the easiest thing to do here is just go ahead and share the screen with you guys. And again, this is coming straight from Evolving Hockey. You guys can find them at evolvinghockey.com. They used to have a Patreon. Now you just go ahead and subscribe with Evolving Hockey. And it is wonderful in the amount of tools they have to offer. Of course, we've gone through their stuff multiple times. But this is what we wanted to go over was Jakub Vrana and what his contract would look like coming up based on what Evolving Hockey has projected. And here's what we're looking at is a predicted term of 4 years and a predicted cap hit of 5.5. This gets us right in that realm of what we were discussing with Anthony Mantha. And I, honestly, from my perspective, I feel even more apt to sign up and do this contract than I did a year ago. I think the interesting conversation would be the fact that Evolving Hockey had Anthony Mantha projected to be in the $7 million range. And is Yzerman going to get Vrana to sign on for even less? Now, that's probably where, when I open the show up with the conversation of nickel and diming these players, is that going to be the direction that Steve's going to go with Vrana? I think the longer I'm a sports fan, the more I want to see the players rewarded for putting, it's maybe a little dramatic, but putting their lives on the line for this sport. I start to lean towards, let's just give these guys, the dollars they've earned. And again, how do you figure out the dollar amount they've earned? Well, there's a formula here that Evolving Hockey has created that we can take a quick peek at. And it shoots out a number. So hot damn, there you go. And I think it just has turned into this thing where I start to root more for the players over the team, even my own team, like the Detroit Red Wings. And, I think this is a cap hit that makes a lot of sense for Vrana, especially as we talked about the production for Vrana and Mantha over the career is actually matched up quite a bit. And if you look at, I think what the two players were asked to do and the opportunities they were given, you could even make the argument that Vrana's doing a bit better. And even in the short amount of time that Vrana was with the Red Wings, I mean, you could not be impressed. Just top to bottom, fantastic performance from Vrana. I mean, if we're talking some of those breakaway goals, there was, I hate to say it, a little bit of poking that if that didn't go the right way, but that's where you start the argument. The poke and hope that Zetterberg coined, I think, a few years ago, and we've been hanging on to that term. But it was something too that Vrana did it, completed it, and finished the goal. So maybe it was just the wrong guys were doing the old poke and hope. But I guess what I'm doing is I'm letting you know I'm self-aware of what those plays look like, but also he did it and he made it look easy. And I wouldn't mind if he kept trying it. Because this is another element of offense that of course, was the offense that helped us carry this team into a 500 finish by the end of the season. So as I ramble on here, I think for me, I would absolutely sign this contract. I would, it'd be tough for Yzerman to argue against giving him a number that's lower than this, especially after what was offered to Anthony Mantha. And the length of term is perfect. I think you're pretty much just putting yourself in the same position. You just pushed out the Anthony Mantha contract a year, meaning that the year that you get back for having Vrana over Mantha gives you a little bit more opportunity to build up the rest of this roster. I think if I've said it once, I've said it a million times on the show. Statistically, you're going to start seeing the decline from players after that 28th year. So 4 years, it's going to put them at 29 when this contract is up, and you have even more wiggle room to figure out what you're going to do next with Vrana. So, hey, I'd ink them up. But again, I think as we continue to move through the Yzerplanned, the Yzerman era, the GM of the Detroit Red Wings, the more I'm prepared to see this number come under this 5.5 and to see Vrana show up on a press conference video chat with a smiling face and happy to report it. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. Like I said, these episodes are going to be pretty short for a little bit here as my wife and I figure things out. I can work out a schedule with Mike so we can actually record at the same time. But yeah, I have to remind you guys too, as we talk about the Yzerplanned fleece stakes, we do have our Yzerplanned fleece at bodpodcast.com/Red Wings Rant. Actually, if you head right to the homepage of bodpodcast.com, you just hit that shop button. First thing on that page should be an Yzerplanned fleece, so you guys go check that out. And of course, follow along at BOD Hockey on Twitter and at brothers_of_discussion on Instagram. It's been pretty light recently for reasons I mentioned at the top of the show, but we're going to be diving back in there, especially as the playoffs keep moving along. I promised I would get involved if there were any game sevens that go pretty heavy in that first round. So we'll see what happens. We're having a big load. We'll see. But everybody, thanks again. And hang in there. Red Wing Rant's show hangs by a thread, I say, as we try to get our personal lives in order. But thanks for giving us that opportunity to get in order. Please hang on. Hit that subscribe button on the YouTube channel. We'll keep giving you guys more content when we've got the time. And like I said, we're going to try and push out content every Monday and Thursday, like we're doing here. Just a little bit shorter for the time being. All right. Thanks, everybody. And